Yes, it's people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge T58, here today to give you the review for Chelsea 6, Middlesbrough 1, into the Carabao Cup final against the winner of Liverpool or Fulham. Here we go. So, guys, obviously, games in the 6-1. Before that, I want to start with obviously the game review and the in-game thing. I want to first of all start with like the formation and obviously the team that was started with. Obviously, Pot started a 4-2-3-1. Petrovic, Chilwell, Levi Colwill, Thiago Silva, and then Disasi is your back four. Enzo Caicedo was your two, and then you had Palmer in the 10, surprisingly over Gallagher, Mudryk, and Sterling on the right, and then you obviously had Armando Broja up front. Now, obviously, I think for me, the two main surprising things were obviously Gallagher was benched, which was kind of surprising for Pochettino, but clearly maybe he's showing that he's learning from his lessons, hopefully now, and we can move forward. Touch wood, fingers crossed. And not that he just saved it for Aston Villa. Hopefully that's not the case either. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope this continues. Really like the fact that he's playing Palmer now in the 10 role. Obviously, he's also was playing Mudryk and Sterling there, which I thought was alright. I was happy with that. I didn't really mind that at all. Maybe you could have said maybe Sterling on the right and Madueke on the left if you prefer that, and that's something I wouldn't mind either. I'm happy with either Mudryk or Madueke before the game. And Broja was a bit surprising for me only because of the rumor, obviously, that there's been stuff already been reported that of the fact that he may be on his way out this week, and that obviously other clubs are looking out for him. So I'm surprised they decided to play him in this game. I thought maybe they may be keeping him to remain fit and stuff, but it is what it is. But going into the game, obviously, I thought was confident. I thought we were gonna win anyway. So it was looking good. So obviously from the start go, I think we played really well. We were a bit more forceful, a bit more impactful going forward, looking, deciding, trying to find what was going on, what was not going on in the game at all for me. So there was a lot of stuff that was clearly going on there for sure. So there was that to take into consideration. Obviously, the first goal came. We had the first chance, I say, before the goal with Chilwell over the top ball into Chilwell, where he meets it with Vitella, but the goalkeeper hits him afterwards, which should really well and truly do actually should be a penalty to Chilwell, but obviously he doesn't get the penalty. But it clearly showed there was impotence there for us to go forward, because obviously Mudryk was playing a bit more inside, and Chilwell was playing a bit more on the outside, and they were switching whenever that was the case. Now, obviously, after that, we then had our first goal via Armando Broja. Brilliant ball in, incisive ball in there from our midfielder. And then, obviously, that happens, goes through. And then, obviously, Palmer needs it for Sterling. Sterling does a sweat. Broja takes a bit of a heavy touch, I would say. But still, nonetheless, the Middlesbrough guy hits the ball and it goes in for 1-0. And we were drawing on aggregate, which was good at the end of the day. Then, literally a few minutes later, Enzo Fernandez, Enzinho, as I like to call him, nice little goal there from him, my driller right there, to make it 2-1. You love to see it, man. Big up to Enzo, man. Starting to get goals now into his tally this season, and it's clearly starting to show. So I'm very happy for him, at the very least, man, and scoring that goal at the end of the day, which is quite kind of good. Number 3, of course, my boy Axel Disasi starts it and then he finishes it, bro. That was a cool finish from him. Hey, man, listen, right back duties, man, we might be a bit more safer now knowing that you can do the little, right through there. So I was very happy for my boy Axel Disasi, man, at the end of the day, man. Clearly showing his level, and I was very happy about his performance at the end of the day. So I want to say, obviously, a massive big up to him. Well done to Disasi for the third goal. Obviously, number 4, Mr. Colwell himself, Cole Palmer obviously scored the 4th goal, which was really great. Doing a little FIFA 0x, then shooting into the finesse, which he needed to do at the end of the day. Of course, obviously after the chances that he had missed against Middlesbrough, which are very, 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 very bad. It was a good opportunity for him to be able to come back and do what he needed to do to get that and to get a goal against them. Obviously to show that obviously that game was a blip for him personally. So good for him. 5th goal again was from him. Nice little tap in. All good. I was very happy for him again once more. So hey, at the end of the day, great work from him. Happy for him. And that's what matters at the end of the day. He was able to score those 2 goals. And then finally, Madueke to finish it off. Nice little through ball pass from Gallagher. He does the little cut inside, little fake, then cuts inside again to shoot the ball into the back of the net. Even though the defender does get in and goes in, it's still a goal for Noni Madueke. So it is what it is from there. So I'm happy for him at the end of the day, innit? So big up to Madueke, my guy, my driller. So big up to him to make it 6. Obviously, they did get a goal via a little cut inside and shoot from the attacker. But here, at the end of the day, man, obviously it would have been a lot more ideal for us to be able to get that how shall I say um, clean sheet, but it is what it is, man. Listen, you win some, you lose some, but listen, getting 6 goals is great for us, particularly now going forward into the Aston Villa game for the FA Cup. Obviously, that game is going to be quite key, of course. At the end of the day, indeed. At the end of the day, indeed, because of the fact that obviously they're going to be playing a bit more highline football, so it's going to be a much more necessary, again, I'll repeat, necessary thing for us to be able to get those goals and break that line. So, and that was something that Middlesbrough were attempting to do at the end of the day. So it is what it is there still. Now, in regards to obviously, some special mentions. I spoke about Enzo and how he played today was very good going forward, a bit more attacking, which was obviously something that was nice for him, even though I would prefer him to be a bit more of a DLP, which is a deep line playmaker, of course, but he was playing a bit more attacking, almost like a second striker at times, which was a bit weird. But hey, at the end of the day, it did work, and you have to give credit where credit is due, and Pochettino made it work. So hey, man, the players made it work. The players put themselves to make sure that they would go through into that final in the Carabao Cup, which is great. So that's big up to Enzo there, first and foremost. Obviously, I want to give a big up to my boy Axel Disasi. Very good performance. And again, I was speaking about this previously. I think he did a lot of good stuff going forward for the right back role. Was bombing up, going down and back. Was actually coming back, using a bit more of that pace from him. He could really see that he was up for the game. Was really energized for the game. Obviously, he had a very good finish. Obviously, he was even able to assist Enzo. Obviously, with that pass, which is big up to him too. So clearly, he's adding some stuff to the game, which is great for him at the end of the day, and I was quite happy for him to be able to do that well at the end of the day. So again, we need to be using this as I said before, as a utility player. Obviously, playing right centre back for the time being. But I know once Fofana comes back, you buy that new centre back hopefully in the summer or in the January window. If that's the case, you will have him on the bench. He can come on to be a utility for right back, centre back, and he's clearly showing us that he's able to do that at the end of the day. So very happy for him too. Indeed. I want to give a special shout out to Levi Cole. I think he did his job there as left side centre back, was quite comfortable in that role. And again, this is something that I've spoken about previously, about the fact play these guys in their roles, and I feel like with the time, with the experience that they already have, they'll be able to. Well, that's what you need to do, man. Play these guys in their roles, know that they know and are tried and tested in, and they will be able to shine 110% of the time. Now, I also want to talk quickly about Mudryk. Really feel like he had a really bad game. I'm not sure if it's because obviously we've spoken about previously that chemistry between Mudryk and Chilwell isn't there. Part of it also is because they kind of like to occupy the same space, so they were kept on switching from every now and then, where Chilwell was coming inside and doing a lot more inside forward duties, and then Mudryk was almost out wide as a winger. Part of it also is that I feel like he's not understanding his positioning a bit more, Mudryk, which is something that maybe that him and the manager need to go through again. Try to cut down when it comes to tactics. Mudryk, I want you to be either inside forward, want you to work in that space, do what you need to do there, or telling Mudryk, listen, Mudryk, I need you to be out wide, chalking the boots to be able to do that job that I need to do over there too. So again, it's a lot of stuff that you need to consider there with him and the manager. Hopefully they can get that sorted out at the end of the day, because again, he's a winger that we need to make sure that it bangs, and we need him to develop. That's what I'll have to say on him still. Obviously, Broha, I think Broha did alright. There was the first goal was a bit cheeky miss, and the second one, which was the second goal, which was to Enzo, he had a bit of a cheeky miss in that one too. He looked like he was shooting it, but then he passes it into Enzo for some reason, which was really weird. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it for Broha, this might be his last game for us. If you're being honest, this could be his last game for the club. Obviously he may play against Aston Villa, we don't know, but obviously it's looking like the case that he might be sold. Do I think he's held himself to a great account to be a good backup striker? I'm not too sure, to be honest, if I say so at the very least, but hey ho, we move on that one still. But hey, this could be his last game, and if it is the case, love and guidance to my guy Broha, bro. Hopefully you do well in your next and future endeavours. Now, the final, I don't really feel there's anyone else to talk about really, because the game was really done. Obviously, I spoke about Cole Palmer quite detailed. But hey, obviously into the final now, and a great opportunity now to get some level of European football, even if we cannot qualify for it in Europe, which is the Conference League. So at least you have some form of Europe guaranteed, hopefully, touch wood. So at the end of the day, I'm quite happy about this, happy about the performance. Hopefully we can continue to Aston Villa next game on Friday. So hey, bit of a quick turnaround already. It's almost already Wednesday now in the UK, 2 hours before that. So Thursday, literally going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and then bang Friday, 7:45 p.m. for the Aston Villa game, for that round 4 of the FA Cup. So hopefully we can win that game, and then onwards and upwards for the Wednesday against Liverpool, which is going to be very key because they're the more likely guys to come out of that game against Fulham. So you never know. But hey ho, I've been your host, the most, the British 258. Dedicate your hearts, and as always, please make sure to stay blue.